Top of the 8th here at Camden Yards. New pitcher for the Orioles, Gregory Soto. The Orioles started the bottom of the 7th, down 4-0. They end the bottom of the 7th, leading 5-4 after going back-to-back home runs. Gary Sanchez hit a 3-run homer. Then Ramon Arias tied it. And then Ryan O'Hearn gave him the lead. Sam Haggerty pinch hits for Alejandro Ozuna. He's already down 0-1 the count. Check swing. Didn't go around. The count's tied at 1.
Rangers trying to capture any advantage they can in these late innings. Haggerty, the switch hitter.
Inside sinker. 2 balls and a strike. Now on Haggerty.
Like Arias has moved over to first base, and they bring in a new third baseman in Vasquez. So
Soto now misses high with the sinker, and it's 3 balls and a strike on Haggerty.
Making a couple little tweaks as well. First we have seen it with Vasquez in this series.
Here's the 3-1 offering.
Soto's 3-1.
And he misses down with the sinker, and Sam Haggerty draws a leadoff walk. As I like to say with pitchers, leadoff walks, never good.
Let's check in with Laura.
Higgy to the plate.
Kyle Higashioka at the plate here. He doubled in his second at bat. And keep in mind, the Rangers did not take BP today, except for Higgy, who told Brett Boone after yesterday that he just wanted 10 minutes of work on the field. And the only thing he worked on was hitting fastballs. And keep in mind, that double was hit off a fastball.
Yeah, he had just come off of
Higgy's got a double and a walk. He's 1 for 2 today.
In front of her, a curveball.
He is the go-ahead run at the plate.
And he turned around that fastball on the next pitch.
First pitch from Soto to Higgy is in there. Strike 1 on the slider. That was center cut.
From Soto. Strike 1. 1 for 2 with that double and a walk. Haggerty has good speed over there at first.
Arias playing close to the bag at first as Soto just misses with the slider. Maybe he clipped the corner but didn't get the call. 1-1.
Now, if you just looked at Soto coming set, he went from the slide step, but there was this slight lean as he started to go home. A lot of times that'll telegraph to base runners that you're going. And Haggerty on first.
Higgy hits a fly ball into deep right center field. Back at the wall. Mullins makes the catch at the track.
And he makes a catch.
Haggerty stays put at first as Higgy gave that ball a ride. And now the Rangers order turns over to the top, and Josh Smith comes to the plate.
From Kyle today, and this is a good pass at this one. 97 pretty much down the middle. You look at Soto, he's holding his breath there as his center fielder goes after this baseball, and you're thinking for a second that it might get in that gap, but then you see Mullins start waving it off. Catches it just short of the fence on the warning track.
One out, Haggerty on first. Pinch hitter here, Jonah Heim.
So now Jonah Heim batting for Smith. Again, trying to get those bats from the right side against Soto. The pitch gets
And that ball gets away,
Sanchez, and
Haggerty immediately goes to second.
In a second base. I think Haggerty was running anyway. He'll get a stolen base.
Yeah, as mentioned, it seemed like Soto was tipping when he was going.
Oh,
to the
Sanchez
plate.
just missed that one. It went to the backstop.
Unfortunately,
And Haggerty was stealing anyway.
I think if he stays up, there's a chance that he might. I don't think it's a deep enough backstop, but at least he'll take a turn. And
Haggerty's going for third. The throw down there. He's in there. Sam Haggerty is safe.
With a theft of third base.
And he steals 2 bases on Gary Sanchez.
Have that tying run 90 feet away.
Well, great combination here. Soto, a guy that doesn't hold runners well, and then you got a guy in Sanchez with a good arm, but just not known, for his defensive prowess as a catcher. So you got a guy in Haggerty looking for the little things, and what an important base running play right there.
Infield in now.
Heim hits a fly ball into deep right center. Making the catch is Laureano, and he dropped it. Sam Haggerty will score easily. The Rangers have tied the game.
in the 8th inning. Boy, what an excellent sequence of pinch hitters, team at bats, and a little comeback effort in the 8th. 5-5 the score.
Yeah, give Bruce Bochy credit for using
And now with
his
2 outs,
bench.
top of the 8th.
And Sam
Base
Haggerty
paths
gets so
clean.
much the credit for that.
Wyatt to the plate.
Gives up base running. You love guys that are going to challenge the opposition, and he did it on 2 pitches.
Well, that is enormous.
Wyatt's hitless tonight.
Bases are empty now for Langford.
And
he'll take
Soto
100.
throws a 100-mile-per-hour fastball that just catches the edge of the plate. Strike one.
He's close enough
Maybe not.
for Jonathan Parra, our plate umpire. And that is strike one. Langford 0 for 4.
0-1 is high.
1 the
Count
count.
tied up.
Well, the Rangers with a run of the 7th inning at the time that just stretched their lead to 4-0. But then after that disastrous bottom of the 7th,
1-1 is a swing and a miss on the slider below the zone.
tie it up. And now the count
Strike
1-2
two.
on Wyatt. Soto trying to finish off the inning.
And now the payoff.
Langford trying to
Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
strikes him out.
Blew the slider by him. Wyatt was out in front, actually. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Rangers tie it with 2 stolen bases from Haggerty and then Jonah Heim with a pinch hit sac fly to tie it at 5. We'll be right back from Camden Yards.
And guess what? The next pitch, sacrifice fly, gets him in to score, and we've got a new game going to the bottom of the 8th.
Bottom of the 8th.
5-5.
Rangers Orioles all tied at 5.
8th inning, Milner.
And
Goes to work
Hobie
here against top of the order,
goes
Holiday.
after Jackson Holiday, and Holiday fouls off the first pitch that was right down the pipe at 78. Lefty-lefty matchup. Holiday batting leadoff tonight. Doesn't have a hit. And he's down the count
Right in
0-2.
there, it's 0-2. Last inning, Chris Martin came on a relief, faced 3 hitters, gave up 3 home runs. A guy who, in his career, had never so much as allowed back-to-back home runs, ever. But he gives up 3 straight.
0-2. And it's a changeup that misses down. A ball and 2 strikes now on Holiday.
1-2 the count. And that's how the Orioles have scored all of their runs tonight.
1-2.
1-2 to Holiday.
Ooh.
Takes strike
Whew.
3 for ball 2.
Fastball that was so close. It was a strike.
Right there.
Well, he
in the
didn't get the
situation,
call.
Tie ball game in the 8th. Rangers really need that call.
Milner keeps
But
it
Holiday
going.
strikes out swing anyway on the next pitch.
Holiday. 1 gone in the 8th.
Sweeper that was right in there, and Holiday just couldn't find it.
Slider. You're not going to beat him with the fastball. So that slider ends up right in the outside
Ooh.
corner, and Holiday
Just a
bailing
little
on
bit
that one.
late.
Well, you talk about keeping your cool. How about the Rangers' offense keeping their
And now
cool?
here's Ramon Laureano, the right fielder.
It's
He's
easy to
1
get
for
down on
3.
yourselves when you have a big lead like
First
that.
pitch, the sinker that misses outside.
Takes
1-0.
the lead from you late in the ball game, and you keep your head. You go ahead and get that run back. That was
Laureano
such
caught
a
Jonah
upgrading
Heim
answer
sack
for the
fly,
Rangers.
and he couldn't even throw it in. He dropped it, trying to throw it in, and allowed Haggerty to score unopposed. As it's 1-1 as Laureano fouled off that pitch.
Little energy in that dugout too. Guys are pretty excited to see their teammates come through like that.
That one misses inside. 2 balls and a strike now on Laureano.
Laureano, who was singled and scored a run tonight.
Lefty righty, Hobie lefty, Laureano righty.
Milner.
2-1. Misses outside. 3 balls and a strike. Couldn't find the zone with the sweeper.
8th inning tie game. Hobie has been Mr. Reliable.
3-1. Laureano check swing foul ball, and the count is full.
Might pull the trigger, but keeps the effect going. Takes his time out on this very hot and humid.
One
evening
out,
here.
game tied at 5. Bottom of the 8th, no one on. Full count delivery from Hobie, forthcoming.
3-2.
Misses outside, and that'll be a walk for Laureano. And the go-ahead run for Baltimore is on the base paths for Gunnar.
Before Henderson bats, let's slide over here for Globe Life.
For more than 100 years, Globe Life has consistently protected the financial future of millions of families. Globe Life, make tomorrow better.
First pitch,
Henderson.
misses outside with the sinker now, 1-0.
Fastball away here. Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar does not have a hit tonight. Lefty, him and Hobie.
Retired the first 2 times around tonight.
Duran playing close to the bag at first. 1-0.
And he'll
In there,
take
strike one with the sweeper.
1-1. Let's look at through Henderson's numbers for yesterday's game, because he has not particularly enjoyed facing left-handed pitchers. A problem for him.
Gunnar slices
Late on
one
that, he
foul,
sends
third
it the other
baseline.
way.
1-2 now.
The splits this year certainly would tell Bruce Bochy and the Rangers that they want a left-hander against him. He hits .211 against lefties, hits .314 against righties.
And the payoff from Hobie.
OPS.
Yeah, it's the power part of it.
Got him looking!
Explodes for
Sweeper right in there for strike 3, and a backwards K for Hobie on Gunnar.
Punches him out, 2 away.
As he was frozen on that beautiful sweeper.
Really not struggled with control this year.
And with 2 outs, Laureano at first. Here comes a righty in Sanchez to the
He
plate.
was careful with Laureano because he felt more comfortable facing Henderson.
Oh,
But now with another righty
Bruce
coming up, looks
Bochy's
like
actually coming out.
Bochy's going to go to the bullpen.
And it looks like Hobie Milner's day is done.
6 hitters, retired 5 of them.
Hobie is coming out, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Laureano at first, the game tied. We'll get a new pitcher from the Rangers when we come back. Luke Jackson is the new pitcher for the Rangers with 2 outs, the bottom of the 8th. Laureano at first base is the go-ahead run as this game is tied at 5.
Since the Kansas City series. So his last
Luke
out was
Jackson
6 days
in
ago.
30
Here's
games
his
this year
overall
has 24 innings
numbers for the
pitched,
season.
an ERA at 3.75, 18 strikeouts, 11 walks, and opponent batting average of 233. He'll get the catcher, Gary Sanchez. And Jackson
He's up with ball 1.
misses high,
To Gary
1-0.
Sanchez. Sanchez, of course, still has good power.
Misses inside again, this time down with the slider. 2 balls and no strikes on Sanchez. Gary Sanchez can give the O's the lead with 1 swing of the at-bat. 1 swing of the bat.
And
He's in a hitter's count here.
got the Orioles
2-0. Check on the runner at first. It's close, but Laureano is safe.
Jackson trying to make sure that Laureano doesn't get froggy here. Try and get in the scoring position.
Two-0 pitch.
Now the pitch.
Misses
That is
inside again with the slider. 3-0 on Sanchez.
Not gonna throw strikes.
Luke Jackson really struggling. Has missed inside every single time.
That Sanchez probably
Struggling to find the zone.
green light on 3-0.
Let's see what happens here on the 3-0 pitch.
There it comes.
Sanchez takes all the way, and he gets called for strike 1 on a slider that catches the inside corner. That was painted by
Jackson's
Jackson.
job, get this thing to the 9th inning tied. Laureano, the runner at first for Baltimore.
3-1.
To Sanchez.
Swing and a miss. Drop the slider by Sanchez, and the count is full with 2 outs.
Looked like the kind of thing Sanchez might struggle with. I wonder if he tried again here. Full count. Sanchez has largely been a guy who will chase pitches. I don't know that you want to throwing in the dirt or anything.
Full count delivery with a runner on. The game tied. Bottom of the 8th. 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Jackson. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sanchez chases the slider down. And Luke Jackson comes in and strikes out Sanchez to keep this game tied. Heading into the 9th in Baltimore. We'll be right back.
Stays 5-5.
Ninth inning here in Baltimore. Camden Yards. Game all tied at 5. Rangers, Orioles. And here is the Baltimore closer, Felix Bautista, is out to try and pitch a dominant 9th inning to keep it tied and hope the Orioles can walk it off in the home part of the 9th inning.
Keep this thing tied for Baltimore.
And we know how difficult
Bautista in 27 games this year has pitched in 26.2 innings.
17 walks for him.
And has been really good in these situations.
That's good for nearly 6
In his first season back since Tommy John back in his dominant 2023 season.
In his control, that may have been an issue for him early on. He may have ironed it out.
The first batter that Bautista will face in the 9th is the lefty, Corey Seager. First pitch is inside, nearly hit him. 1-0.
And this season it seemed like he had about faced and made that adjustment. Well, sure enough.
Seager's 1 for 3, a single, a walk, and 2 runs scored tonight. 1-0 offering. Foul tipped into the glove of Sanchez. 1-1. Just said in and out of the glove. Sanchez did not hold on.
The guy who has historically been the heartbeat of their offense, Corey Seager up there, and he blasted the balls last time up. We even wondered, would that be the hit that would get him going again? Hit it 111 miles per hour. And
Seager takes that one to right field for a base hit. Leadoff single for Corey Seager to begin the 9th, and he roped that one.
And the Rangers have a very critical base runner on in the 9th.
You see that split finger grip, that is the last place that you want to throw the split finger. It's most effective when it's buried down and ends up below the knees or even down in the dirt.
That one gets through the gap between Holiday and Arias on the right side of the infield. Here's Marcus Semien to the plate. He's 1 for 4.
Semien has a hit tonight, and he steps in.
A single and a run scored for Semien. First pitch.
Bautista
misses high with the slider. 1-0.
Slider for ball 1. Yesterday, Marcus batted out of the 3rd spot of the lineup. He's back to that cleanup role again.
Delivery
Seager
from Bautista.
on his knees over there at first, but he's running.
Seager's going. Sanchez throw to second, and Seager's in there with a stolen base.
A stolen base for Corey Seager.
And the Rangers have the game-winning run in scoring position.
That go-ahead run in scoring position. Wow, that is a surprise attack.
Well, it's a common theme that we've seen all day is aggressive base running for the Rangers, and we love it. Corey Seager taking a base when Bautista gives
One hit from Semien will give the Rangers the lead in the 9th. Here's the 2-0, and he misses high. 3 balls and no strikes on Marcus Semien.
Slow to the plate. I mean, you can see it in the jump by Seager. He just thought, well, as soon as I see him moving toward the plate, I'm going. Sanchez is
no one out. 3-0 on Semien. Seager at second, the go-ahead run. Bautista looking at him. Now firing. In there, strike 1 with the sinker.
Well, and you mentioned it, Bautista is 6'8", so with a big, long body, it's always more difficult for guys like that to just generally be athletic and be quicker to the plate and use a slide step.
Bautista looks at Seager. Now fires the 3-1. Semien hits a
Semien
fly ball. That's foul down the right
It's a full count.
side of
Seager feeling pretty springy out there on the base.
the yard. First base side. So the count is full. No one out on Semien.
Move your feet.
Looked like he was a little late on that
You try to
pitch.
extend that lead.
Full count delivery.
Moving your feet when he starts going home. You go ahead and take off.
Bautista delivers.
3-2.
Semien strikes out swinging. Beautiful slider from Bautista that he chased inside. There's 1 out on the K from Semien.
Rangers know that they're going to have to earn their run for sure here in the ninth
Semyon
inning.
swung
Hopefully
over
more
it.
than
What a
that.
beautiful pitch by Felix
Usually,
Bautista.
We see Bautista go to the split in a situation like that.
And now here's Adolis. 1 for 4. He can surely give the Rangers the lead here. First pitch.
And
Bautista just misses down with that sinker. Good take from Adolis. 1-0.
Garcia, who was so
Adolis'
often
only hit tonight was an RBI
stepped in
single.
big spots for the Rangers. And
He could definitely do it again here. And that would give Texas the lead.
big opportunity right here.
1-0 with Seager at second.
That is
Missed inside with the sinker. 2 balls and no strikes on Adolis.
2-0.
Yeah, even though Bautista has the stuff to get hitters out.
Bautista
even if
wipes
he's
some
not
sweat
at
off his
best,
forehead.
yeah, you can't say that he looks like he is dialed in tonight. A lot of his pitches are missing big time. And Sanchez.
And here
not
comes
best
the 2-0
receiver,
delivery.
seems like he's having trouble catching him.
2-0.
Swing and a miss. Challenged him with the sinker right down the pipe, but Adolis couldn't find it. 2-1.
Couldn't get to it. Now Garcia wants a timeout. Seager started the inning with a hit. He stole second. All he needs is somebody to come up with a base hit here. Break this tie.
2-1 offering.
Here it comes to Garcia. And he
Adolis ground ball.
third.
Right to Vasquez. Throw to first, and there's 2 outs.
Throws it across in time.
And now with 2 outs, top of the ninth. Game still tied at 5. Evan Carter comes up to the plate, and he's got a multi-hit game going.
Carter with 2 hits.
Evan
tonight.
Carter batting lefty. Gonna get the righty Bautista. 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored for Carter tonight. One of the heroes from the 2023 World Series winning Rangers. And that's strike 1. Sinker that catches the outside edge of the plate. 0-1.
Rangers got a run in the 7th, a run in the 8th to tie the game. And there is the potential go-ahead run on in the 9th inning. Seager out at second.
0-1 delivery.
Strike pitch, and it's in the
That's
dirt.
down. Splitter. Count all tied at 1.
And you want to know how important that run was that the Rangers came up with in the 8th. Well, here in the 9th, the Orioles are 33-0 when leading after 8 innings this season.
Bautista looks at Seager at second. Now the 1-1 pitch.
1.
Evan Carter takes high.
What
2-1.
about tied?
Don't know.
Not as good.
Sure, not as good.
Certainly not 33-0. A team that has won 34 games this year.
Look over at second. Now the 2-1
2-1
pitch. Swing and a miss.
We'll leave things up on Evan Carter.
Sinker on the outside part.
His fans have been
It looked a little bit outside.
7th inning.
And Evan Carter chased after it and couldn't connect with it. Now 2-2, 2 outs. Seager at second, game tied. 1 pitch, gets into the bottom of the 9th.
On the way to Evan Carter.
Bautista fires. And Carter fouls it back.
He's a tough one. Evan gives a really good at bat every time he's up there.
He tried to elevate at 98. Good action on this one. We'll see if he tries to go with the split. All Evan needs to do is dump something.
2-2 offering again. Look at second. Timeout call by Evan Carter.
Carter asked for time while everybody was getting all fired up. Five runs, 10 hits for the Rangers. 5 runs, only 4 hits for the Orioles. Looks like they want to go away, maybe even up and away.
2-2. Carter fouls it off.
Fouls it off. 99.
And this at-bat
And
rolls
I
on.
think they missed the location just a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit.
Two yet again.
Seager.
Misses down and away with the splitter. The count is full with 2 outs in the top of the 9th.
That's tough when you've got a guy throwing in the upper 90s and he throws a split like
What a
that.
take
that
by
bombs
Carter.
out at 90. It's easy to want to chase
First
that.
base is open. This will be the 8th pitch of this at-bat.
The 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Full count delivery. Here comes Bautista. He delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew the sinker by him at 99. Bautista pitches a shutout. And the game is tied heading to the bottom of the 9th. What can the Orioles do? We'll be right back to see what happens. Game tied at 5 in Camden Yards. Bottom of the 9th. Luke Jackson tried to drop a curveball at the top of the zone and missed. 1-0 on Arias.
Taking a little bit high. Ball 1.
Ramon Arias now playing at first after starting the game at third.
Gary Sanchez in the 8th inning.
Trying to win it for the O's here in the 9th. And he hits a ground ball right to Corey Seager. Throw to first. And there's 1 out.
And that is the first out of the inning.
And now here's Ryan O'Hearn, who gave the Orioles the lead in the 7th after hitting the 3rd home run, that back-to-back-to-back off Chris Martin.
The numbers have been pretty good. A batting average against below 200. ERA of 135. Works to Ryan O'Hearn.
O'Hearn a lefty, Jackson a righty. First pitch is down with the fastball, 1-0.
Downstairs. One for 3 night for O'Hearn.
Misses with the curveball inside. 2 balls and no strikes on O'Hearn.
2-0.
Let's see if he'll get the green light here.
You wondered how this at-bat was going to go. I know that O'Hearn has been great against the righties this season. Homer is only at
O'Hearn went after that pitch, but he fouled it off
Not a guy
third
with
base
his
side,
speed.
2-1.
You would think that Jackson may be very careful with him.
Dangerous
Watch the
left-handed
walk-off
hitter.
happen.
11 home runs this year.
O'Hearn rips one to right field, but it's going to be caught at the warning track by Haggerty. 2 outs.
For the second out of the inning.
Seems like he is on everything. He is finding barrels.
And now Luis
Good
Vasquez,
job by Haggerty of going back
who
and
came
popping that
in
one close to the
to
track.
play third. They moved Arias over to first and ended Kobe Mayo's night. Luis Vasquez, in his first at-bat of the evening,
3 straight hitters.
comes up with 2 outs at the bottom of the 9th against Luke Jackson, the righty. And the first pitch is a fastball outside, 1-0.
Off the outside. For ball 1. Right. He's bringing some pretty significant heat today. Multiple fastballs at 96.
1-0.
And I don't,
Fouled off first base
I
side.
remember him throwing 96
Count even.
this year. Maybe it's happened that he said it once or twice, but let's just put it this way, that the 96 I've seen tonight have definitely caught my eye.
Vasquez doesn't have a hit this season, and he rips one right to the first baseman Duran. We're heading to extras.
The inning is over, so we go extra innings tonight.
We're going to extra innings in Camden Yards. Game all tied at 5. We will be back after this break.
Nice year.
Into the game is Sir Anthony.
On streak right now. He's
30
got
innings
4 to
pitched in
8
32 games this year.
longest scoreless
3.2,
streak in
I should
baseball.
say.
It's at
3.52 ERA, 39 strikeouts to 18 walks, and an
He
opponent
had
batting
this
average of
this year,
206.
which has been a great pitch for him. Opponents just
We're here in extras at Camden Yards. Game all tied at 5, top of the 10th.
No extra base hits.
Placement runner is Evan Carter.
Out at second base as the zombie runner here in the 10th inning. He was the last
And the
man
leadoff
retired
hitter
in
for
the
the
ninth.
Rangers is Josh
So
Young.
he's out there. Josh Young, the batter. Josh has had a good night
First,
at the plate.
Sir Anthony steps off,
Immediately.
looking to go after Carter already.
Back. So that's the first thing on his mind is what kind of lead does Carter have?
And maybe now we'll get the first pitch between Sir Anthony and
A
Young.
little distraction.
Young swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Young had a base hit in the second. Did the same thing again in the
Josh Young's got a multi-hit game going. 2 for 4, 2 singles, one that produced an RBI.
Choice. He wasn't retired so much.
0-1. Swing and a miss. Chase the sweeper. Quickly down 0-2.
Well, the split finger is the pitch that he goes to versus lefties to get outs. The sweeper, which we've seen the first 2 pitches to Young, is what he likes to use against the righties. He's only thrown it 6 times to lefties all year. And those righties are hitting under 100 against him on that pitch.
He set the 0-2
Payoff. Swing and a foul tip. And Josh Young strikes out. He goes down swinging on 3 straight pitches.
Now, for whatever reason, it looks like Josh Young just wasn't picking up the spin of this baseball. 3 similar pitches, swing and miss on all 3.
Oh, he didn't even get a piece of that. The camera angle, man, it looked like he did. He was out in front, though.
Well, it gets Haggerty to the plate here.
Here's Sam Haggerty. This will be his first at-bat of the evening.
In the 8th inning.
First pitch. Misses outside with a split. 1-0. Sam Haggerty, the main reason why this game is tied right now. Stole second, stole third, and then Jonah Heim hit a sac fly to tie the game. In the 8th, as Haggerty swings over that splitter, 1-1.
Charlie Morton had the start tonight for Baltimore. Dominguez, the 5th reliever since then.
1-1 is outside, splitter. 2 balls and a strike on Haggerty.
Now on Haggerty. So the Rangers have seen a great deal of the bullpen today.
Two-1. In there for strike 2. Fastball. Bottom of the zone to tie the count up. Good pitch from Sir Anthony there.
Kind of deep in the count now, but if I'm Evan Carter, I'm trying to look into Dominguez's glove to see if I can pick up any type of split finger grip. See if there's a chance that I may be able to take third if I know that pitch is coming.
2-2. Misses down the ball, gets away from Sanchez. Evan Carter goes to third.
Gets to third before he can even.
And now the sac fly to take the lead is in effect.
And now the Rangers with a huge runner 90 feet away.
Now that works too. There is the split.
Sir Anthony spiked in. Gary Sanchez could not get to it. It goes behind him into the backstop, and Evan Carter moves up to third.
Sanchez cannot come up with it.
Full count delivery with 1 out.
He is a bat first catcher.
Haggerty fouls it back.
Our direction. Just to our left. So Carter, I mean, that's the other thing. He can still. There's very much a shot at another ball in the dirt. Sanchez is not a great defensive catcher. And that opens up a real.
Full count delivery again. Haggerty attacks it foul, third base side.
Again by Haggerty.
He's trying to extend that bats and stay alive.
In this series, the fact that Baltimore lacks in that department a little bit.
This will be the 8th pitch of this at-bat between Sir Anthony and Sam Haggerty.
Infield in.
Here it comes. Haggerty hits a ground ball. They're going to come home. Holiday's throw, and they got him.
The Rangers immediately throw up the hand, and they may want to take a look at this.
Jackson Holliday got the ground ball and threw it immediately home, and they got Evan Carter at the plate. 2 outs.
Well, that was a good play by Jackson, and the Rangers will let it go.
Sam Haggerty is now the game go-ahead run first.
No, I take that back. They're challenging it.
And Bruce Bochy will challenge.
Oh, yeah, listen. That hand may have gotten in there.
Yeah, you're always taking a chance when you slide head first at home, but you get the opportunity to get the hand in.
That's close. Gary Sanchez might be called for blocking the plate.
When the tag was made versus when the hand touched the plate.
It's close.
I'm not sure if we can see it there either.
Question is, when or did he tag him?
So Haggerty hit the ground ball right to Holliday when the infield was actually in.
Swept it at him, but didn't get the glove on him.
And
you can see from that vantage point that there is a possibility that the hand snuck in. Now, I don't know if there's
it's
different
closer than we
angles
actually
for what
thought.
the guys in New York are going to see.
Typically an additional angle or two that we don't have. And then we'll sync them all up and try and find the best and most accurate look at it. And then sometimes they just don't have.
Here comes the call, I think.
That could be
Oh,
a
this might be the best
possibility,
angle
too.
we got. Oh!
Hands in there.
He's
I
safe.
agree, because Sanchez, when he receives
Evan
the
Carter's
ball,
safe, and the Rangers are going to take the lead.
Before he takes the ball to tag Carter, I think he takes a split second to make sure he secures it, because earlier in the ball game he did the exact opposite. He tried to place the tag before he caught it, and he fumbled it.
I'm pretty sure the Rangers just took the lead. Evan Carter's safe.
Yeah, that's so hard to tell.
It's so hard to see at the naked eye at speed.
Infield bouncer for
But when
a
you
second
slow it
time
down,
tonight.
you see Evan Carter's safe.
The lead in this 10th inning. To their credit, back in New York at the Replay Operations Center, they're giving this a thorough review. You can see Chad Fairchild, arms crossed, waiting to get some kind of communication from New York. He's our crew chief and first base umpire. And that's very much worth the challenge. And what a high stakes challenge it is. If they overturn it, the Rangers have taken the lead and have a man at first. Here we go. Here's the announcement.
After review, the ball on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Texas takes the challenge.
There you
The
go.
Rangers win the challenge. Evan Carter sneaks his hand by Gary Sanchez, and the Rangers take the lead 6-5.
Second time tonight on an infield bouncer, and the Rangers have retaken the lead at 6-5. And there's only one out.
Sam Haggerty at first base. Could be a nice insurance run for the Rangers.
For him.
Here's Higgy.
The pitch to Higashioka.
They're going to do a pitch out, throw to first.
Down to first, but
And Haggerty gets back in time. But what a slide by Evan Carter
See a ton of pitch outs
to
anymore,
give Texas
but
the
perfect
lead in the top of the
example.
10th.
Rangers are running the backs tonight.
Inning-ending
Orioles
double
are-
play ball in
are
effect here
onto
for the
it now,
Orioles.
but you can look for Haggerty
Gary
to be-
Sanchez
to be aggressive
with
once
two
again.
unfortunate defensive plays back to back, and Higgy flies one
foul
into the
into the
seats.
seats. Ball one strike on Higashioka.
Higgy in his first season with Texas,
I start thinking
after a
about
season
that.
with San Diego, and then was with the Yankees for a long time, was a part of the Soto trade, then
Orioles
came
will have
here
Mayo
for a
at
one-year
second
deal,
start the inning, but then it'll be their 8 and 9
and has been the
hitters
backup catcher here for
before
Texas.
getting to Jackson Holiday.
Rangers have an arm in the pen, warming up. It's
Well, the way
Robert
this one started,
Garcia.
you thought maybe the Rangers would have a chance to cruise to a win tonight.
Check over at first. Sam Haggerty's safe.
And this has been a top stepper, as we call it, in the late innings. 7th, 8th inning. Every moment just filled with that tension. There's been good energy on the Rangers.
1-1. Higgy ground ball. Foul.
That's bounced foul. It was Haggerty's speed that created the run of the 8th inning. Wonder how aggressive he'd want to get here in the 10th. Decent lead. Not going. And the 1-2.
1-2 is down with the splitter. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Higgy.
Yeah, you look at both sides of this game. That you wouldn't imagine early on in the ball game that you would even be at this point. And if you go on to lose this game, it's one that could be a big time gut punch. But you go on to win this
2-2.
game. What a huge
Inside, what a take. Just missed with the sweeper, and the count is full on Higgy.
Oh, full count now. Well, you can see it's just everybody a little more on edge down there right now in that Rangers dugout.
Haggerty at first, he'll go.
Haggerty going.
And Higgy strikes out. Haggerty's safe.
And they don't get him. It is a strikeout. They said that Higashioka went around. But it's a stolen base for Haggerty. And listen,
So
that's a
Haggerty
big
steals
stolen base.
second.
He's in scoring position now.
Yeah, good jump for him. Sanchez actually makes a pretty good throw, but Holiday has to pick it. He gets underneath it.
So now a visit for Sir Anthony Dominguez. We'll chat things over here for a moment.
And we'll get a mound visit for the Orioles. With 2 outs. Sam
Rangers
Haggerty
have
at
the top of
second.
the
The
order
Rangers
coming up.
leading 6-5, and Ezekiel Duran with his first plate appearance of the night.
Be Duran when we get there. A lengthy conversation. At long last, our plate umpire, Jonathan Parra, goes out there to break it up, and Drew French, pitching coach, heads back to the dugout. Rangers 3 runs in the 4th inning, single tallies in the 7th, 8th, and now 10th inning. Evan Carter used his fleet feet on the bases twice, starting in from third on infield ground balls, and then
Here's the first pitch between Sir Anthony and Ezekiel Duran.
Well.
Spike that gets away from Sanchez. Haggerty is going to go to third.
He's in there, another wild pitch. Rangers getting some free bases tonight, and they have been huge.
Got plenty of opportunity.
Now an insurance
to take
run
an
for the
extra
Rangers, 90 feet away.
Sanchez once again has trouble with the slider in the dirt. Bounces a good way from him. Haggerty.
Man, Sam Haggerty
gets
can
into
run
third
for
base
days.
easily.
Kidding. 1-0. Duran, fly ball, but it's
Duran
foul back in the seats.
spoils that pitch. 1-1. Disco night here. Various junctures.
1-1. Duran shows bunt,
Takes
pulls it back. 2 balls and a strike now. The count.
Nice heads-up look by Zeke, looking down at third base. Vasquez was playing back.
2-1. Duran fouls it off first base
Right
side.
side, that'll leave the count at 2-2.
2 balls and 2 strikes now the count with 2 outs. And Haggerty on third. 4 stolen bases for the Rangers tonight.
For these guys.
Ties a season high, and Sam Haggerty's got 3 of them.
Offense.
Payoff from Sir Anthony forthcoming. Instead, he steps off.
Robert Garcia's been getting ready out there. Figure he's on for the bottom of the 10th. Rangers up 1. 2-2 pitch.
2-2 is a ground ball.
Off.
Let's foul it off. Third base side.
It's a 4-0 lead. Jacob Latz took a no-hitter into the 7th. But after allowing the first 2 hitters to reach in the 7th inning, was lifted. Chris Martin allowed 3 straight home runs.
2-2 again.
And that's it.
Misses inside.
Count.
Full count.
Dominguez frustrated at times, sometimes lackadaisical, walking around the
Wyatt
mound.
on deck.
Haggerty's keeping a close
0
eye
for
on
5.
it. In case there's an opportunity to steal.
Full count delivery. 2 outs. And it's spiked. Sanchez somehow holds on to it. Ezekiel Duran draws a walk. And the Rangers have the runners at the corners. With 2 outs, top of the 10th. And Wyatt up to the plate.
Sanchez successful in this attempt right here, but who knows? Dominguez may be feeling the effects of the heat. He is nearing his season high as far as his pitch total goes. He threw 26
Wyatt
on
is
2
0 for
different
5
hitting
tonight.
occasions. Excuse me, he's at 24
He's got
now.
runners at the corners. An opportunity
To
score an insurance run.
0 for 5.
or maybe
To
3.
do some huge damage here.
First pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase the high heat. 0-1.
struck out twice. He's lined out, flying out, and bounced back to the mound. Great numbers with runners in scoring position, though.
Misses outside just barely with the fastball. Good take by Wyatt. The count's tied.
Back there. Talking about the heat and the effect on Dominguez. Sanchez might be wavering a little bit here.
Runners at the corners. Haggerty third. Duran first. 1-1 offering. Misses outside just barely with the heater again. 2 balls and a strike.
Sanchez has just struggled all night long to frame pitches really well. There's been a few times where you think that if he keeps that glove steady, he could steal a few here and there, and just has not received the ball softly.
Swing and a chase sweeper. 2-2 now. The count on Wyatt. One really executed well pitch from Sir Anthony, and the Orioles are out of it. Down by a run. Payoff. Misses down. The count is full. And Ezekiel Duran steals second on poles.
And literally got no attention from either Dominguez or Sanchez.
Count is full. 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position. If Wyatt walks, the bases are loaded.
In the strike zone this at bat.
Here's the pitch. Got him looking. Inside sweeper that locks up Wyatt. And there's 3 outs. The Rangers get a run off an incredible slide by Evan Carter. And we head to the bottom of the 10th to see if the Rangers can win it. We'll be right back from Camden Yards. Robert Garcia is in with a 1-run cushion in the bottom of the 10th. The Orioles will have the placement runner at second, which is the go-ahead run. Robert Garcia in 34 games this year, 29.1 innings pitched, ERA at 3.07, 11 walks, 28 strikeouts, and opponent batting average allowed at 231. 5 saves this year, looking for number 6.
And we'll see what the Orioles decide to do.
The placement runner at second
Mullins coming up. He's a left-handed hitter. He does
is Luis Vasquez.
But he's a guy that has no sacrifice bunts on the season, but he has.
And here's Seti, the leadoff hitter for the O's. To begin the bottom of the 10th. Lefty-lefty, Garcia left-handed, Seti left-handed. And a step off to start things off.
Looks him back before throwing a pitch. The same thing that Sir Anthony Dominguez did to the top of the inning.
Garcia probably doing it to see if Mullins will square.
First pitch. Seti squares bunt. He drops it down. Garcia throw to first. Close. They got him. But Vasquez moves over. Vasquez moved over to third. Seti did his job. He moved the runner over to third. Vasquez 90 feet away from tying it.
He waits a long time to square.
And Dylan Carlson will come up to the plate.
He was going to go to third for a second. I don't think he was. His momentum was taking him that way. He spins and he throws a bullet to first base for out number 1.
Dylan Carlson, the 9-hitter, hitless on the night. Looking to tie things up.
Now Dylan Carlson.
First pitch is outside with a change. 1-0.
Carlson 0 for 3.
Infield's in for the Rangers.
Outfield medium depth. Seems like
1-0. Carlson fouls it off first base side, and the count is evened up.
Right side. Carlson's put in the air all 3 times. So I just don't want disaster out there. But you can't pull him all the way in. It's just a tying run at third base.
The 1-1.
And that's
Carlson fouls it back.
What was the mindset?
There's already an out because of the sac bunt. If Dylan Carlson strikes out here, the sac fly is taken away. But then you got a sneaky home run threat, or a sneaky base hit threat in Jackson Holiday, the leadoff hitter, up next.
Play it well. If there's wind, if it gets behind you, you're
The payoff to end the sac fly. And he misses down with a change. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Dylan Carlson.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Carlson.
Vasquez on third, the tying run.
35th appearance of the year for Garcia. Time taken
And we'll get timeout
Carlson.
by Dylan Carlson.
Only the second time Garcia's pitched in this ballpark. Last time he was a Marlin a couple of years ago.
2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Chase the changeup down, and Carlson strikes out swinging. The Orioles are down to their final out, and their last opportunity is Jackson Holliday.
Garcia retires Carlson on the strikeout runner at third with one.
Jackson Holliday, the leadoff hitter, does not have a hit this evening. He has the game-tying run 90 feet away. Be a great time for his first hit. Lefty, and he takes that one up and in for strike one with a change.
Jackson Holliday. Holliday 0 for 3 with a walk.
Swing and a miss. Fastball inside and a little high, and Holliday could not find it. The Orioles down to their final strike. And here we go. This is for the win.
Go with that changeup again. I mean, likely.
Holliday in an 0-2 hole. Garcia to put him away. Holliday fly ball lifted in the right field. Making the catch will be Haggerty, and the Rangers come back and win. After having a 4-0 lead, they blew it, but then they came back and took it 6-5 here in Camden Yards. See y'all later. RB out. Peace.